So in this next video, I just wanted to talk briefly about the idea of visualizing your scene. This is definitely applicable to me as a cinematic portrait photographer working with people and whatnot, because I'm taking images that are already in my head. And my job as the photographer is really to hold the end result, which is the image that I came up with in my mind. Now, the very first thing that you have to do if you're working in this field of portrait photography, and obviously this extends to other fields, so you can feel free to apply to whatever it is that you're specializing in or shooting. But as a portrait photographer, I start with imagining a scene. You have a setting, what's the setting? It could be maybe you're on the subway and you say, hey, it'd be cool to shoot here. Or you find a really cool landscape, or you find, something near your place. Have a scene to start with, and then start to build on it. Add your subject. Who's going to be in it? One person, two people. How are they going to be dressed? What angle do you think would work best from what you see? Would it be a really low angle? Should it be a higher angle? Start to piece it together in your mind. And what's really helpful is writing things down, all of this. You might not have the whole puzzle at the start, but you say, okay, this is the setting. Have one girl holding flower, dancing, standing on left foot, right hand lifted up. And the more you visualize it and see it, and as inspiration comes up, it might be over, a day, a week, it doesn't matter. Whenever you have an idea for it, go back to your notes and add on to it and start sketching. If you don't do this already, that's fine. I'm not a good sketcher either, but just you could be stick figures so that you remember what's in your mind the time that the inspiration strikes, because oftentimes you will have many good ideas, but they tend to kind of fly out. So put everything down on paper so you don't forget, and start to build. And then later on, you can say, okay, I want to shoot something. What can I do? Open up that idea and say, okay, I have something already laid out. All I need to do is just literally pull it together. So this is really key in doing your portrait shoots, studio shoots, whatever it might be. Write down your idea, your theme, your concept. Draw, sketch. One pose, maybe another pose. Another thing you can do that also helps is try to, if you have a theme or whatnot, listen to music to help inspire you. It could be solemn classical music, it could be pump up music, workout music, whatever gets you in the mood for what it is you're going to shoot. And that helps me as well visualize the narrative and what I want to portray. So try these things out. Try to have your photo in your head and then on paper before you actually go and shoot it, and see if you can accomplish that. And if it didn't work out, that's fine. The question is, why didn't it work out? Were you limited on a technical basis? Were you maybe envisioning something more grand and you didn't have the right apparel, or maybe the right model, or the time of day that you shot at was different than the lighting that you had hoped for in your setting? Just ask yourself why it didn't work out, and then next time you shoot, try to keep those things in mind and correct them. And this way you're kind of constantly evolving and moving forward and refining the way that you translate from your mind onto paper and then into reality. And then eventually you're going to become really good at it, so that when you have an idea for a client or for yourself, you know what you want, you know how to write it down and how to sketch it so that you can remember it, and then you'll know from a technical standpoint what it is you need to be able to accomplish that idea. And that's what makes a really effective and efficient photographer.